Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Blue Kaizo. First, I'd like to start by saying thank you for all the feedback I got after last episode. It really helps me out a lot, I really appreciate it. I know the beginnings of Pokemon games, or really any RPG for that matter, can get kind of tedious since you're low level and the moves aren't great. It doesn't really make for great content. But on the flip side, me trying to show off this version and this being a Nuzlocke, I also understand the importance of documenting the whole process. So I've come to a sort of solution. We're going to start this episode continuing the grind, which very well might take some time. I have some things to discuss in the meantime, and a little side quest to do, which I'll touch on in a minute. So hopefully this won't get too boring for the folks that do stick around for it. Depending on how long it takes, I'm going to put a note in the description when I'm done where the action picks back up again. Or maybe if you should just skip this episode altogether if it ends up taking the whole episode, should I decide to divide it up that way. Rest assured though, I am just as eager to see more of this game as all of you are, so I will be recording through Brock and beyond, so that I'm not just going to leave you hanging. Don't worry about that. But without further ado, let's go. So we've got everything just as I left it over here. We got Mothra level 9 and haven't been to the Pokemon Center yet. So something I was looking at is that we are terribly set up for Brock. I know I mentioned that last episode, but going even further, Mothra's Bug type, which is weak to Rock. Dawn is Flying type, which is weak to Rock. Leon is Fire type, which is weak to Rock. The only real hope we have is Doug getting a ground type move, which I'm not sure is even going to happen because I looked up Gen 1. I should go the other way. I looked up Gen 1 learn sets, and Sandshrew doesn't, Sandslash even, don't get ground type moves. They get, let me see if I can remember, Dig, Earthquake, and Fissure, and they learn all of those through TM. So that's bad. Now I know, since this is the expanded version, we have, or the Kaizo version, we have some expanded movesets. So I'm hoping that they fixed some of these glaring Gen 1 shortcomings. I'm actually going to go to the Pokemon Center first. I shouldn't begin my trek downwards without healing first. So hopefully Doug gets a ground type move. I wasn't able to find any like resources that would lay out like what the expanded move pools are. I also didn't dig too deep because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself. I accidentally did just a little bit. Like, for example, I know one of Brock's Pokemon just because I saw it in a thumbnail. Oops. But, I don't know. The fight will still be good. Needless to say, I'm just as worried as I was before, if not more. But I didn't want to dig too far because I didn't want to spoil anything for myself unnecessarily. But basically, I don't know if he's going to get a ground type move or not. So I need to do everything that I can to set myself up for this fight. And while thinking about it, I realized we have one more out. I was like, man, I only have 4 Pokemon, and I can't like catch any more because I've exhausted all the areas. But then I remembered that I have not exhausted all the areas. That route west of Viridian City that I mentioned, the starters can be caught there as well. I remember I said, hey, we're going to leave this alone because we're really low level right now. so I can go back and hopefully catch, I mean, ideally, like a Bulbasaur or a Squirtle would be great, but ideally just catch anything at all that can stand a chance against Brock. And in the meantime, that's going to happen. In the meantime, we're going to level these guys up, hopefully quite a bit, and get in a position where, despite their type disadvantages, we can hopefully hold our own, hopefully not lose anybody. Oh, you missed. So Dawn's level 15. I went to Dawn by force of habit, but I think I'm going to start going to Doug now, because, again, I keep harping on this ground type move. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. And just to round out the party. Dawn has reached the target level, so let's get everybody up to 15. And then it's down here. Once everybody's up to 15, then we can start pumping them up even higher. And I know Doug is going to take some damage from this. Hopefully it's not too much, though. Yeah. Not bad at all. That leads me to another thing. That critical hit there. I ended up looking up how Gen 1 crits work. And for anyone who doesn't know, I will explain it right now. It turns out that it is, by nature of this being Gen 1, and not just the Kaizo hack, that crits are happening all the time. It's based on the Pokemon's speed, the species base speed. So it's not the speed stat, but the base value for speed. So the fastest Pokemon, Electrode, crits the most, and the slowest Pokemon, I actually don't know what the slowest Pokemon is, but a slow Pokemon like Snorlax will crit almost never, maybe like 5% of the time. So the way the game does it is it takes that stat, the base speed, divides it by 2, and then compares it to 255, or a randomly generated number between 0 and 255. If that randomly generated number is less than half your base speed, then you score a crit. So obviously the higher your speed is, the more likely that a randomly generated number will be less than your speed stat, or half your speed stat, rather. The other thing is that high crit moves will take that half your speed stat and multiply it by 8. So it becomes incredibly easy for that number to exceed 255. We're gonna go Doug. I'm gonna switch here again because I'm at low health and now I'm paralyzed and I don't want to get wrapped to death. This I can risk, at least for now, he says, and gets wrapped to death. So your speed over 2 gets multiplied by 8, so it's essentially your speed times 4, but it caps at 255. So it'll still, so even if it's like 900 for whatever reason, it'll still only registers 255, so there's still a 1 in 256 chance that it doesn't crit. So that comes out to like 99.6% chance that a high crit move will crit, which is, as far as I'm concerned, 100%. And that goes to things like Gen 1 misses. I don't know if you've heard of those, because it's the same like 1 in 256 chance kind of a thing, where accuracy compares values, and even 100% accurate moves can still miss sometimes. Happens as often as a high crit move not critting with most Pokemon. So as we evolve our Sandshrew into a Sandslash, Slash will start critting basically 100% of the time, which will be great. And I'm going to go Dawn again, just because, you know, I'm falling into that trap where it's the highest level, and so you lean on it, and then it gets all the XP. But I'm just nervous here. Oh no. Oh no. Come on. Good. Get a quick attack, please? Yeah. So, I was talking, I was distracted. Gotta go into the forest here. Let's do inventory. Mothra's fine, obviously. I want to keep the grind up. Here's what we're gonna do. 20 out of 37. I think I'm going to paralyze Heal Dug. So that, you know, it's not just getting beat up on because it's so slow. And then once it falls below potion range, which is 20 HP, once it falls into getting full use out of the potion range, then I'm going to Potion Dug so that we can keep on kicking. Metapod gets Tackle. That's not allowed. I also really hope there aren't any trainers that I missed in here, because I may not be prepared to battle them. Hopefully use an electric type move here. Yes. Perfect. Also, hopefully traversing a maze from the finish to the start will be easier. Hopefully they didn't try to make it just as difficult to get back as they did to get there. Yikes. Okay. See, that made me nervous because of that Butterfree, but it's also only level 5, wild Pokemon. Okay, Doug is in. Doug is in range here. 8 potions, wow. I didn't realize I had that many. And that way we get the full use out of all of our items, and we can keep on trucking. Because, like, I just hate using potions when it's like, oh, Doug recovered 16 HP when it could have been 20. It just feels like a waste. I think it's this way? I hope it's this way. Man, 17 XP. Just looks like it's going to be slow going. Is Slash 100% accurate? I think Slash is 100% accurate. And if it is, you just witnessed a Gen 1 miss. Oh. There's a dead end. Okay. That's not that bad. And it is designed to... Ooh, that looks like a... Oh no, that's the same guy who I thought was a trainer before, but isn't. Okay. So yeah, we're pretty close to the beginning here. Is that a trainer? Oh shoot, where am I? Or is he the guy at the beginning who says, my friends are out looking for Pokemon fights? I think that might be that guy. I don't know, I'm just afraid of everything. Nuzlockes are scary. Enjoy the soothing music of the Viridian Forest. Come on, crit through those defenses. That's what we like to see. Yeah, that's that guy. And we back. So I'm gonna go this way. I think this lets me just fast track it to... Yeah. Oh, no encounter there. So I'm gonna heal now. Looks like I didn't need to use that potion, but I think it was still a good call. And now we venture west and hope. So I think in the base game you can get Mankey out this way too. And that would be good. I would like a Mankey. I would like a Bulbasaur. I would like a Squirtle. Honestly, I'd love a Bellsprout even. Just double check that I have Pokeballs. I know I do. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Cubone. It's Cubone. At the very least, Cubone has Bone Club, which is ground type. Oh, first ball, wow. Never removes its skull helmet. No one's ever seen its real face. Want to give a nickname to Cubone? Yes. What do we nickname the Cubone? I'd like to avoid things about it being an orphan. Everybody always jumps to the, like, Cubone's mother thing. Scully? Let's go Scully. There we go. Scully. Scully the Cubone. Eventually a Marowak, which is still fitting. Alright. You got Bone Club. So I'm going to try and level up Scully. Out here. Actually, I don't know if that's wise. Because if there are Bulbasaur and Squirtle... Where are the Pokemon? Why is nothing... Oh, there it is. Okay. If there are Bulbasaur and Squirtle here, that wouldn't be good. But we're gonna... Thanks. I love that. By which I mean I hate that. Okay. I'm just gonna tough this out. You're going down. That's right. Can I make it to a Pokemon Center in time? Yes. Am I sure? Yes. This is fine. Wow, I hate Toxic. That's not true. I love Toxic. I love using Toxic. I hate getting Toxic. Toxicked? I want to go back because I want to see the starters. I imagine they're probably pretty rare. Speak of the devil. You know what? Let's see what a Bone Club does. Yikes. That's what we like to see. Atta boy, Scully. Alright, I'm gonna go heal. Because I don't like eating crits at level 5. But that was good. Ditto! I mean, as much as I don't want one, still. Dang. So we get a free hit here because he has to use Transform. But that means that Bone Club might not be great. So let's do this. Alright. Ditto. Good to know. Good to know. There's Bulbasaur. So yeah, I guess they're not that rare if we've already seen Charmander and Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur knows Toxic. Of course it does. Everything knows Toxic. Everything. This is not Nuzlocke friendly. Hope to see you again. All right, we just need to see a Squirtle now. Eh? Nah. I was hoping I could magically make the Squirtle appear, but unfortunately that is not. I am not that powerful. The encounter rate feels really low here, which is strange. Why is nothing happening? It's good done. Because Doug still has the chance to learn a ground-type move, I hope. Let's check where you're at. Because if we got 2 ground types, then 118. Then Brock is probably going to be a breeze. Why is the encounter rate so low here? Charmander number 2. Yeah, keep giving me Charmanders so that I can Bone Club them. That's what we like. Or, I'm considering moving to a different location because the encounter rate here is so low. I think it might be worth my time to just go back up to Route 2. Alright, I'm gonna go back. Up. Not that way. Up this way. There we go. Let's make use of this encounter rate. Yeah. That's what we want. That didn't do a whole lot. Switch out. That was a good amount of XP, especially for being split up. Yeah, this encounter rate is much more conducive to grinding than the one down there. I assume they changed it just because... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Come on. One shot. One shot. I assume they changed it because Ditto and starters, etc. But... now we can't even catch any of those, so it doesn't super matter. Attaboy, Doug. Attaboy, Doug. Let's hope I don't get glared. Or that this just one-shots. Or that this just one-shots. This is going pretty well. A little bit frustrating that the only things I can grind against are level 5. But we are making progress. Let's switch here. Go Dawn only because flying type resists the karate chop, which I believe is a high crit move. So just wanted to play that one safe. Don't expect consistency from me. I might not do that in the future. Doug can probably handle this. Yeah, especially out of crit range. Once you start getting into like the 7 hit points left territory is where I'll start to maybe not use it anymore. Maybe go heal. Double Edge still only does like 6, right? And we get put to sleep. Wonderful. I don't feel like waking up, so I'll just go to Leon. See, at least Leon has enough HP to just wait it out, at least for now. We'll see. Here I get double edged to death. No, just double sing. Failed rest. A beautiful performance by the AI. And a scratch to finish it off. That was nothing. Where are we at? Doug is asleep. I really want to train Doug, though. As Doug grows to level 13 and does not learn any moves, I am losing hope. Because, like, I don't even know what they would give it. Because it's not like they could give it Bone Club. Dig, maybe? Would make sense. I suppose. A perfect target. I love that sound effect for Bone Club. Doo! It just sounds so comical. Especially when you consider what the attack actually is. Just getting whacked by a big ol'... Let's see what Scully can do to this. Crit only dealing 4 damage, so that's not. Oh, awesome. We're gonna have Scully start beating up the Diglets now, too. Five damage, not terrible. Yeah, this is good. Now that I don't have to switch train Scully anymore, leveling is probably going to be a little bit quicker. And there we go, level 10. Learned Double Edge. Not super useful in our current situation, but I mean, nice to have a powerful move. Let's go out to Doug, now that we're up to full, or almost full. Because we saw Bone Club not do a whole lot to opposing Cubone. I imagine that's probably changed, because Scully has gotten a few levels since then. But if we're not one-shotting, Scully is still in a range where we don't necessarily want it taking a bunch of damage. And I know Doug can take a few hits. I wonder what Bone Club does to opposing Sandshrew. Let's find out. Almost a one-shot. I wonder if Bone Club is 100% accurate too, because we've seen that miss a couple times. Ooh, so close. Alright, we're definitely not in a position to try to wake up from this. So we're going to switch out. Doug can try to tough it out, though. Double Edge coming in at 5 HP. Wow. How convenient. Who's up? We got Scully and Doug asleep. Yeah, we can get a heal. And such is the life of the early game RPG. I'm pretty sure we're out of trainers to fight. And even then, that's a limited resource. Was not the most efficient way to walk. Oh well. Ekans. Uh-oh. There you go. I'm gonna heal again. I'm also gonna buy another... Actually, how much money I got? 255. I'm not gonna buy another Paralyze heal. I don't need it. I'm not afraid of getting paralyzed like I was before. And I kind of want to save money so I can buy that Magikarp. I know I'm going to get money from Brock. And whatever gym trainers are there. That's the other thing, watching through the other video, I think the gym is a lot smaller than I thought it was originally. Just because the way that the layout was a little bit deceptive, because they had the boulders going off into infinity. I think those are actually like non-traversable parts of the gym. It's pretty similar in layout to what it was originally, I think. But we will see once we get back. Okay, Bone Club appears to definitely not be 100% accurate, because we are missing way more than 1 in 256 times. I'm gonna go back and heal again, because Ekans is annoying and glared me. Okay, fine, I'll walk around. I was expecting that guy to move, but he did not. Thank you. My dear Nurse Joy. With Bone Club being this inaccurate, I'm actually starting to get a little nervous that we're going to be relying on it in the Brock fight. Hopefully we don't get too many misses. Hopefully we don't take too much damage. Go for a headbutt. And the sand attacks definitely don't help. Man, encounter's so quick you don't even get to hear the route music. Let's see. 97. It's like 2 more fights. 2 more solo fights. Rock Slide. Also not 100% accurate, but we love the type diversity. Not going to help us in the Brock fight. But still good moving forward. Oh no. Oh no. Let's heal again. I do not like being paralyzed. One-shotting Jigglypuffs. How far we have come. Let's see what you can do here. Almost. Psyduck? I guess those are on the upper part of Route 2 as well. I'm gonna go Dawn here, just because I don't want any of my ground or fires to... Oh, Confusion. Wasn't expecting that either. I was expecting to eat a Bubble Beam there. So I'm not sure when I should start making my way back to Pewter City. Because there's going to be plenty of wild Pokemon on the way. So there will be more experience to be had. And I can also grind on that upper northern section of Route 2. Using Headbutt there because we know Bone Club isn't going to one-shot, and Headbutt appears to be more accurate. Bone Club still doesn't one-shot the Sandshrew either. Trying to learn Bone Meringue. Can't learn more than 4 moves. Yes. Let me look up the difference between these moves. Real quick. I just want to make informed decisions here. So... Bone. No, that's not how you spell that. Bone Club. Bone Club. Has a flinch rate. Interesting. That's about it. 10% chance to flinch. Base power of, what, 65? And only 85% accurate, so I was right. Whereas Bone Meringue... How do you spell that? It's not on screen anymore. Bone Meringue, there we go. Only has power 50, has accuracy 90, but it hits more than once, right? So it has effective power. Hitting the target twice. So it has effective power of 100, which is better than 65. Headbutt, Double Edge, Rock Slide. I like Double Edge, despite the recoil damage, because it is just powerful. Is Bone Meringue just better than Bone Club? I think so. What's the PP on that? The other one was 20. This is 10. Huh. Yeah, I'll get rid of Bone Club. Yeah. I know for a lot of you that was probably a snap decision, but I'm just trying to be extra careful, extra cautious here. See, I switched into Doug there because I'm like, oh, I'll switch into something strong because it's, you know, a type that I'm like neutral against. But Scully's already level 13. Scully and Doug are about on par with each other. So Scully can just go about taking things down on his own. And we see there Bone Meringue taking something down in a single hit, not even needing to hit twice. So that's awesome. Bone Meringue doing very well for us here. This is where we're going to go into Dawn again. And you know, if Mothra was a little bit stronger, I would like to put Mothra in, just so it can get some face time in the battle. But I'm just not super confident that Mothra can hold its own against some of these. Rough. Yeah, if it's doing that much damage, granted these are only level 5, but if it's doing that much damage in a single hit, I think I'm going to be pleased with what it ends up doing to Brock's Pokemon. Assuming I don't keep missing all the time. This is supposed to be more accurate than Bone Club. Still not 100% though, which is frustrating. Oh, and that's the other thing. I say that as if I haven't said that 10 other times this episode. That's another thing. Is that with multi-hit moves, it says, while only the first can crit, all hits do the same amount of damage. So, even though it'll only say, oh, it's a critical hit after the first time, every strike in the multi-hit move will do that pseudo-doubled damage. Which is pretty awesome. Well, for the one who lands the crit, not for the one receiving it. So hopefully I'm not on the receiving end of too many critical hit multi-strike moves. Bone Meringue putting in major work here. And now we are out of Bone Meringues. So, I mean, I guess we could just start headbutting stuff. I want Mothra up front. I know Mothra is bug type and weak against rock. But rocks also aren't very specially... I was going to say specially defensive, but that's just special in this. So they don't have... Rocks aren't special. Rocks don't... Rock types tend not to have a high special stat. And so coming at them with a Psybeam might be effective in its own right. Super effective. Am I poison type? I am poison type. Bug poison, right? This I'm switching out against. Oh, there we go. As we clock in right about the hour mark, I'm seeing that this grinding was indeed an endeavor, and continues to be. So yeah, this is probably going to be an episode in its own right. Gonna throw in the description there that, you know, if grinding is not your thing, if you just want to get to the good stuff, then this episode probably not of interest to you. It didn't affect. Probably just because of the 50% thing. That always confuses me. It just kind of like throws me for a loop, because it'll say like didn't affect or missed or whatever, and I can't get a read on like the consistency of those messages, whether it's like genuinely Sandshrew is unaffected by glare, which I don't think is the case. Yeah, is clearly not the case. And so it was probably just the didn't affect. And it was probably just the oh, they only work 50% of the time when the AI uses those types of attacks. I don't know when they started implementing like avoided the attack or because they don't say that it missed. They just say that it didn't work. So I always get confused as to why it didn't work. But it failed. That's the other text that I see. And so like I don't know why they use one over the other. If someone doesn't tell me in the comments, I'll probably look it up on my own anyway. Psybeam is super effective here, right? But yeah, that's just something that tends to confuse me and bothers me sometimes. Psybeam's super effective here as well. These sound effects really are something. I continue to be impressed by the audio of this game because let's talk about it. They're using 4-track 8-bit sounds. So they're really not working with a lot here as far as like the grand scheme of things is concerned. Grand scheme of things are concerned. But they really did manage to come up with like truly amazing soundtracks and sounds and sound effects. I just love it. Big fan of 8-bit just in general. Alright, now we're starting to get into kind of the danger zone. Could probably take one more hit, but I wouldn't be comfortable with much more than that. We're also almost out of side beams as well, so yeah. And that's the last one. And I'm out. So, what do we got? Mothra's out of side beams. Scully is out of bone meringues. Let's just go heal. So I'm determined to make this episode as long as it takes, because I want to get all of this recorded and documented, because that was the point of this episode in the first place. If I were to, you know, just like cut it off and then do more grinding off screen, that would kind of like defeat the purpose of this entire video. And I also, next video we are starting with Brock and we are jumping right into it. So we're just gonna keep on kicking. And here we go. Another Psyduck. Now that Mothra's level 12, confident that it can stand up to whatever Psyduck's going to throw at me. Except for maybe a Confusion. I mean, I know I could live it, but it would still like make me nervous just because it's a super effective hit. So I'm looking at this. I'm looking at what we've seen in these past couple battles. Scully, up here at level 13, has been one-shotting things at neutral damage. Come on. There we go. Has been one-shotting things at neutral damage. Mothra, on the other hand, has not been. And they are at similar levels. So I'm thinking Mothra is considerably weaker than Scully, which is not a good sign for the upcoming Brock fight, especially because of the rock weakness. And that was a crit, so that's not going to tell us anything. Oh. That was a misclick. Glad it missed. That is a relief. Not that I think low kick actually would have done that much, but oh well. Yeah, so neutral damage not one-shotting a level 5 does not bode well for me. Does not bode well for Mothra. And that's not good. 6-ish damage, I think. Yeah, I think we might be wasting time with Mothra. Let's see what this one does. Okay. But still, that just doesn't... Waiting until level 13 to be able to one-shot level 5s, that just doesn't speak well to its offensive capabilities, and I'm already not confident in its defensive capabilities. So I think we're better off, if we're putting time into anything, putting time into Scully. Yeah, 50 base power per hit is almost bringing it down. And that's neutral damage. So a super effective hit doing twice that much, and then also hitting twice. I would feel great about bringing Scully to the Brock fight. Gonna switch here just because we've seen Bone Meringue miss. Confusion would have been fine anyway. Why? That was another misclick. Obviously did not mean to sand attack the Psyduck. I'm surprised the wing attack didn't KO it, though. That also does not bode well. So we're gonna get Scully up to 15. I think I want it at like 16 or 17. But once we get it to 15, I'm gonna assess what the team looks like and see where I want to put more effort. I'm gonna heal I'm gonna heal after this fight because I hate being paralyzed. Come on. I'm glad there's no restriction on how often you're allowed to use the Pokemon Center. I guess when we run out of Bone Rings, we can start using Rock Slide. That is definitely an option. Especially against things that are weak to it, like Growlithe and Vulpix. It's got all offensive moves. I don't have to only use the stab. Here we go. And so this isn't a great example because the crit still also only did 1 damage, but you saw the second attack also did 1 damage. Again, not a great example because it has to do a minimum of 1 damage. But if it had done 2 damage, you would see that each subsequent hit would also do 2 damage. Alright. Level 15, our arbitrary benchmark. So, Scully's a house. And is likely going to be the savior of the run. I was not at all feeling confident in our setup before getting it. Doug. Do we want to put any more effort into Doug? I don't know. I just don't know what they would give it. They would probably give it Dig, and even then I don't know if they did. Doug only has Slash, and Slash is not good against rock types. Sure, it crits, but I'm just not confident in the kind of damage output it's going to have against a Geodude or worse. Dawn, we've seen not a whole lot of offensive output from either, similar to Mothra. Dawn, we saw a Wing Attack not KO a level 5 Psyduck right there, and so that's not instilling a lot of confidence in me right now either. So maybe we don't even put that much more effort into Dawn. Leon, I know in just like traditional run-throughs of Red, when I've picked Charmander at the start, Ember does like fine. It does a lot better than Scratch because it's a stab move, and you know, you get a little bit more off of it, especially because, you know, again, rocks aren't special, so the special damage coming off of Ember is a little bit better than the physical damage coming off of Scratch. But again, it's only when it's like a Charmeleon and it's level 17 and it's coming in, and that's against a standard Brock team. So Leon doesn't seem great either. Mothra's Psybeam is not even doing that much to level 5s. So I think Scully is really our only bet here, to the point where I don't think it's even worth investing in the others. I might be very wrong, but I want to put all of my eggs in this one Skull basket. I don't want to lose Scully, though. Like, I've gotten very attached to him over the course of this past hour because I've trained him so rigorously, and I just have so much hope for the upcoming fight. I don't know. I think if I am going to put all of my eggs in one basket, it needs to be a higher level. But this is a Nuzlocke, so there's no revives, there's no items in battle. It's not like it's going to get worn down. So if I want to save it, I'm going to have to switch it out. Something else is going to eat a hit and probably go down. It's just that the rest of the team is so terribly set up. So I think 600. Let's go. I'm actually we're gonna start trekking northward so that I can make the most out of this time. I've got potions, so... Oh. I forgot how this route looks. I've got potions, so regardless of doing all of this grinding away from a Pokemon Center, I think I can still handle it. Scully's got all attacking moves, so I don't think running out of PP is going to be an issue. So let's just get through the Viridian Forest. Let's see where that takes us. Maybe Scully will get to 16. Hopefully we'll get to 16 by that point. Maybe well on its way to 17? And that's when I think I'll start to feel comfortable with going after Brock. And I know just from reading about the Kaizo version before I even started this, that Brock and Misty only have 4 Pokemon each, but the rest of the gym leaders do have full teams of 6. So Brock is the first gym leader, so it's not going to be insane, but I don't want to underestimate anything about this. Let's try a rock slide here. What are those noises? I was not expecting that at all. Oh, we gotta hear that again. Oh, we gotta hear that again. I don't even care if this is Sandshrew. We're doing rock slide. Alright, ready? Oh, I missed. Come on. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, it sounds like a robot. Like a robot trying to communicate and also shoot a gun. Wow, that is something. This one? Yeah. Alright, here we go again. Oh, okay. Oh god. I do not remember how to get through this. So this is going to be a little adventure of its own. Paris, you're bug type. Let's hit a rock slide. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love that so much. That's just not at all the noise I was expecting. It doesn't even sound like rocks. Like they've got like percussive, like ka-chunky noises, right? Oh god, where am I going? But these are just beeps. That's too good. 16 already. What? Scully is evolving. Oh man, so much is happening this episode. Oh man. I already feel better because having an evolved Pokemon is going to make that so much better. Hold on, nope, not that way. Yeah, having a Marowak, I mean, without saying, is so much better than just having a Cubone. Higher attack, higher defense, higher speed. So we're gonna have more crits. It's just, oh, that's awesome. That's what we like. So now, if we can get Scully up to 17, that's gonna be. I think I'll feel pretty good about that. I think I will feel very good about that. Okay, not very many Viridian Forest encounters. I was expecting a few more, but oh well. Gonna get through this patch of grass and then check. Just hit a headbutt. Yeah. Look at that power. Look at that raw, neutral damage, no stab. Granted, it's only on a level 5. Almost to the end here. Last headbutt. Like butter. Like butter. Oh, rock slide opportunity. I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of that. It's just too good. Hit some bone meringues. Rock slide again. Rock slide again. It almost sounds like a slot machine. Like I just... Okay. So we're through the grass. Only 124 left? Alright, let's get there. Let's get there. That's gonna be like, what, 3 battles? 4 battles, maybe? Because all of these are given, like, you know, 50, 60 XP. Ooh, not very effective. So let's see how much recoil Double Edge does. Not much there, but let's see what it does against a fully If I get one more thing at 62, I think that'll do it. $52. Okay, one more. One more. That was only five damage or recoil, so we can easy. All right, 17 I think is, I didn't even look at those stats. Attack of 36, defense of 42. That's pretty good. Now let's compare that attack stat to, just say Doug. Yeah, so 36 to 26 compared to Dawn, who's only 23. Leon, who's only 21, and only 20 special at that. And then Mothra. Yeah. So, and I know Scully is 17 and these guys are only 13, but I mean, Dawn's 15, but a considerable difference that I think will serve us well. I am confident in Scully's abilities. So here we're going to heal up. And I think that is enough grinding. I hope I am not proven wrong next episode. But we're going to save it. We're going to save it. And we're going to call it here. So thank you to everybody who stuck around and watched this episode. I know it probably wasn't the most exciting thing in the world, but we got it down, we got it on camera. Not only did you see our boy Scully join the team, you saw him evolve, you saw him learn some moves. We learned together that Rock Slide is amazing for all the reasons that you would not expect. So next episode, which is probably going to be uploaded immediately after this one, because again, I do want to get moving and I want to see more of this. I want to make some progress. Next episode, we're going to hit the action. Thank you for sticking around and watching this one. You the realist. And I'll catch you next time. So see you later.